All right, so it's Thursday. Join me as we roll through today's latest sneaker news updates, which to begin, we got to start with today's releases. We saw Nike continue the Nigo partnership with the release of the Air Force 3 Phantom Night Stadium, which according to the Sneakers app, the design inspiration here comes from the art of kintsugi, I believe is how you say it, which is the art of repairing broken pottery with lacquer and powdered precious metals, which is an interesting concept, right? As far as the execution, the design language translating here to this sneaker. While I get where they were trying to go with the mixed match pairs, but just for me, I just feel like it doesn't look good on a pair of shoes, which these did sell out instantly, by the way, as far as this morning's Sneakers app release. So when you talk about this Nigo collaboration, what do you guys think about it so far? I feel like right out the gate, everybody was super excited. They were geeked at the fact that Nigo was finally gonna get his own Nike collaboration, which things kicked off, I would say, in a great way. But since then, it just seems like the only thing really holding this collaboration up would be the exclusivity and limited drops. But let me know what you guys think about it. On top of that release, we did of course get the big restock for the Shai 1 family pack, which did hit DSG, Converse, as well as Foot Locker. So comment down below if any of you guys had success for that drop. As far as the big surprise though, is the fact that nobody really knew these were actually gonna hit the Sneakers app, which I did see some alerts pop up maybe like, say like a half an hour or something like that before the actual, I guess what you can call shock drop. But this is one that not too many people saw coming. So you kind of had to click this image, which popped up via the Sneakers app at 11 a.m. Eastern sharp. Once you got into that image, then you were able to actually have access to the shoes. So kind of a cool way to kind of mix things up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? As far as this shock drop, as you could say, I really didn't see anybody talking about that right here. So congratulations to everybody that had success on this drop. Of course, you guys know these releases have been very limited, difficult to get your hands on. So I think besides that, you know, the only great thing that you could say as far as like limited releases on the consumer side is for the people that actually do grab these, it just kind of makes those releases feel a little bit more special, I guess if you could say. So speaking of limited releases, we're gonna get into some limited upcoming drops, which you guys can look forward to, or I guess not look forward to, maybe in better words. So first up, we got the Wale Nike boot, which when we first saw the little teaser trailer for these, I was super geeked at the fact that Wale, you know, is finally gonna be getting his very own Nike boot, but turns out these joints are gonna be limited to just friends and family pairs. So here's a little clip of the designer giving us some design details, all of the special little elements which went on behind the scenes to bring this sneaker to life, which if we're being all the way real, I could really care less due to the fact that nobody's gonna be able to actually get their hands on these joints. But the cool thing is the album, everything is a lot. After my first listen, sounds real smooth. You know, we'll give that joint a little time to marinate in. For one lucky fan out there, they're actually gonna have a chance to be able to win a pair of these. It is reserved for just US only, but if you're that one special person, yo, if you guys feel like entering the lottery at your chance, you can go ahead and visit everythingisalot.com, you know, for details as far as entering that joint. So moving right along, now this next one, we're talking about limited drops, right? Maybe not as exclusive as friends and family, but it looks like 70 pairs will be available. We're taking a look here at the Futura Air Nike Air Force 1, which is inspired by his iconic ultra rare SB Dunk. So you guys heard it, limited to just 70 pairs, which upon the first look, right? First time I seen these pop up on my timeline, I'm kind of like having a mixed reaction. But then after I took a moment to really look back on it and seeing these side by side with the OG joints right here, them classic SB Dunks, right? It made me appreciate these Air Force Ones that much more. I mean, I don't like the fact that they're limited to just 70 pairs, but hey, I guess it is a cool little birthday celebration. And if you guys aren't aware, apparently Future, he's gonna be gifting out a couple of pairs to some lucky people as a cool little Christmas gift. So those joints are all right. Now this next one, this is absolutely insane. For me, absolute must cop. We got the LV Tim boots by Pharrell, retailing for a modest 82 grand, limited to 50 numbered pairs. Apparently 18 karat gold, Louis Vuitton initials on the tongue eyelets, lace tips, and tag hardware. I mean, take a look at these joints on feet, bro. Like the details are absolutely insane. And if for one moment you believe that these were a must cop for me, bro, y'all must not watch the channel. To me, these joints right here are an absolute abomination, right? Retailing for $82,000 when we got kids out here starving. Like, who the hell is buying some shoes like this? Like LV, they should be ashamed for even making something like this available to purchase. But if we're being all the way real, like if we're just gonna keep it all the way funky, like let's just be real, bro. Like as far as this online shot, bro, this on feet shot, Bro, these joints are looking beautiful. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna shed a tear looking at these. Let's keep things pushing, right? Now we got Lil Yachty, of course, everybody's favorite rapper, sneakerhead. He was gifted a pair of the Kith Air Max 95s. You guys know the New York Knicks joints, as well as an upcoming Air Force One, which are available in his size, right? So you guys see these. I already told y'all how I feel about them. As far as these Air Force Ones for the big Kithmas 2025 release, while I appreciate the material change, not a huge fan of the little Nike swoosh on there. Like, these are just like uninspiring, if you ask me. But as far as this release, like, who really cares, right? Because apparently nobody's gonna be able to get their hands on these, at least in adult sizes. As Ronnie Fieg, he did confirm these joints are only gonna be dropping in kid sizes. So as far as the upcoming Kithmas 2025 release, all of these pairs are releasing only in kid sizes, right? So I guess that's his idea of, like, you guys are still gonna eat these up, you're still gonna buy them, but you're not gonna be able to wear them. You gotta purchase these joints as gifts, which I guess that's what Christmas is all about. So as far as these, I mean, it is what it is, but as far as gifting pairs to celebrity friends, right? Sneakerheads are always gonna criticize this just due to the fact that it's like these millionaires don't need any more free shoes, and the fact that these adult pairs won't actually be dropping to the public. It's just another way to piss people off even more. But at the end of the day, you know, Kith, they got their loyal fan base. They're gonna love this. They're gonna eat it up. Kithmas 2025. It's gonna be a big movie, right? And then Nike has officially unveiled the upcoming Stranger Things collection, which of course we did get that little small soft launch recently. But here's the look at the full collection, which is also gonna include the Chuck 70, the classic Chuck Taylors. You also got the Converse Weapons, which of course them joints are real OG classic. And as far as the footwear, you know, you got some other Nike staples. So as far as the collection, it's supposed to include classic, iconic styles from like the 80s, which is of course the setting of the show. I ain't gonna lie, I never watched Stranger Things. My daughter, she seen the little trailer or something for the new season. She was super geek, so I ain't gonna lie, I might have to run that joint back and check it out. But as far as the footwear, I hate to use the word uninspiring, but to me, other than the fact that these shoes dropped back in the 80s, the setting of the show, like, what other cool details, you know, are paying homage to the show, right? I don't really understand it. But as far as seeing these high top field generals, like, I just thought that was a cool look. And for me, you know, just the fact that these are so wild and out there is a standout for the collection. But maybe I'm missing something. Y'all gotta let me know in the comment section. And then lastly, we got some big news as far as the upcoming holiday Jordan 11 annual release of the Gamma Blues, which are going to be this year's pair. Now, if y'all haven't noticed by now, these joints have actually loaded up via the Sneakers app, which everybody's saying now, because these are loaded on the Sneakers app for December release, means that we're going to see no shock drop, which I didn't know that there was actually rules to like how Nike decides to shock drop pairs, right? Just because these joints are loaded up, does that automatically mean like there's no shock drop? Like, are y'all working for Nike or something? Like, please let me know in the comments, because even with something like this happening, I feel like Nike could do whatever they want, right? Just take, for example, the Shai ones was dropped today. Like, nobody knew about those joints. The Cook groups weren't talking about them. I feel like them joints literally maybe were a last minute decision, you know, for Nike to throw them up, because that's pretty much what you can expect. The unexpected, as I like to say. So as far as this Jordan 11 release, I still could see a shock drop. Everybody's saying no more shock drop, but I feel like it's potentially could happen anytime up until, like, say, maybe December. So we still got a little ways away. We'll see how things play out. But what do y'all think, man? Drop your feedback based off history. Do you guys feel like if these joints have loaded up to the app, it means there's no chance of a shock drop? I would appreciate y'all's feedback down below. So that's all I got for you guys today. JATV, if you enjoyed this update, go ahead and smash the like button. Plus, if you've been watching, you know, you haven't done so yet, you enjoy the content, you mess with me, consider subscribing. We're currently on the road to 8,000 subs. So I appreciate everybody. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed. I'm out. Love.